Welcome to one of the biggest sales I've seen in a good few months now on the Nintendo Switch eShop, and today I have 15 games for you all, a series I want to highlight, and even a few Amazon physical deals for good measure. My name's Alex, so this is SwitchCorner, and today I'm going to be covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now if you do enjoy this video, subscribe. We are pushing for 60,000 subscribers to close out 2023, and we are so very close, just a few thousand away, so each and every one of you makes a huge difference. Then later in the video I do have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards and two more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and those winners they'll be announced in next week's video. Also remember to check out our website xpcorner.net. Call to the Lamb comes from Devolver Digital. It has quickly become a fan favourite. Now despite some optimization hiccups on the Switch, including frame rate issues, the core experience remains solid. The game blends roguelike mechanics with colony building elements. Now players here step into the shoes of a possessed lamb, striving to establish a cult. This involves resource gathering, combat rituals, and tending to your ever-growing group of followers, all with the aim of achieving this deity status. It's a challenging one, no question about it, pushing you to see just how loyal your followers can be, and then it's 40% off a new low price. Hades is a masterpiece and it's back, matching the low with 50% off. Now for sure one of the best roguelikes on the Switch. Players are tasked with navigating the depths of the underworld, confronting bosses while acquiring an array of abilities, all with the goal of escaping. While there are occasional stutters during location transitions, the game largely shines, definitely justifying its acclaim. With a sequel on the way as well, it may be the perfect time to jump in now, and you can check out my review in the pinned comments. ANNO Mutationem is here with a 30% discount, matching its lowest price. This cyberpunk action-adventure combines exploration, shooting and hack-and-slash elements. What's unique is how it transitions between gameplay modes. Now during exploration, basically there's 360-degree movement, but combat sees the game shift to a 2D side-scrolling format. The game also has RPG features, allowing for crafting and interactions with various locations and characters. The core story then revolves around searching for our brother, who has got mixed in with the wrong crowd. Check out my full review in the pinned comments. Disco Elysium is a masterpiece, a few of them in today's video, but I own this on various platforms: Switch, PS5, Xbox, PC, even the Steam Deck, so I think that's pretty much, if it's released, I've actually picked it up, and that's how much I just enjoy it. Regardless of your platform preference, so this game is just a must-play. Overall as well on the Switch, the port is decent. Naturally, there are visual tweaks and a few extra load screens here and there, but I do think the artistic intention remains. While I will direct you then to my in-depth review linked below, it is worth noting that the initial issues of frequent loading screens has been addressed post-launch. Now this then, it's a narrative-centric RPG that pulls you into a town awash with mystery, tasking you to solve a murder. The ensemble cast of characters is just absolutely memorable, especially our flawed protagonist, an alcoholic detective grappling with his inner demons. But then it's the gameplay that truly elevates it. It incorporates tabletop elements, and even the introduction of full voiceovers for this relate just completely heightens the experience. An incredibly deep game that won't be for everyone, but it does come highly recommended from me. Inscryption is another Devolver Digital release, and it has swiftly become one of my personal favourites. While I won't give away any spoilers, I can tell you that it starts as a roguelike deck builder, but it soon evolves, offering a deeper exploration of its mechanics, its world and its progression. The narrative is really what hooks you. You begin in this unknown world, waking up trapped in a cabin with a menacing figure who essentially just wants you dead. Although they possess secrets as well, they just remain completely silent. You'll navigate the environment of the room, much like an escape room kind of element of gameplay, build out your deck, and unravel the mystery of this world. Cannot recommend Inscryption enough, but do be wary of spoiler-filled reviews and videos. As a side note to that though, my own review below steers completely clear of any spoilers, and you'll find that in the pinned comment below. 40% off then matches the low price. Maneater is a great choice for those that want ridiculously over-the-top arcade action. Your role here: control a shark, destroy and eat everything in sight. This was no doubt a whole lot better than many expected, as you take on quests, chase down bad guys, and occasionally just terrorize some innocent locals. I never expected a shark game where you would see upgrades and take on quests, but that's exactly what this is. Honestly, of course, it can get a little repetitive, but the over-the-top idea, it manages to carry it through to the end. My review is below, but it's 65% off, a new at low price. Tormented Souls is a survival horror game deeply inspired by classic Resident Evil titles. Now, while it initially had game-breaking bugs, these have since been addressed, resulting in a solid Switch port. In fact, I think the game boasts impressive visuals and runs smoothly now on the platform, so it is a great way to play. Now, the story then it kicks off with the receipt of a cryptic postcard, leading to an investigation of a seemingly, abandoned hospital. Predictably, things go wrong when you find yourself missing an eye and awaking naked in a bathtub. This, unsettling start sets the tone for a journey filled with monsters and revelations about the location. Fans of retro horror definitely will appreciate its old school static camera angles. There's even an option for tank controls for those craving that nostalgia, though personally myself, I just can't use these sort of controls anymore. Then it's 45% off, a new low price. Oxenfree II Lost Signals could be a great Halloween option for those that want something with a horror edge without the gore or jump scares. Now, like the original, we are investigating the paranormal as we head to this smaller town to plant monitoring equipment only for all hell to break loose. Don't want to give anything much away at least here, but overall I had a blast. I don't think it's quite as good as the original, though I actually found the main cast more relatable, and you can check out my review below for sort of an spoiler-free opinion. I'd say the main weakness with this entry is the location is really large and the movement can be a little slow, and at times the game kind of lacks direction. 25% off then matches the low price. Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater gets a new low price of 30% off. It is the 5th primary entry in the series, which initially launched on the Wii U before receiving this rework. Set against the backdrop of Mount Hakami, a once sacred location, it's now consumed by death and disaster. Players will step into the shoes of 3 protagonists, and as their stories intertwine, you'll seek out those who are missing or in distress. The game's pivotal tool, the camera obscura, it's used to fend off ghosts, and I'd say it's definitely fun to master the different mechanics packed in, but at times it can occasionally feel a tad clunky, which is no doubt, a reflection of its age. You can check out my review in the pinned comments. Signalis is a genius survival horror game. Here we are a technician in a dystopian future where we are searching for our lost companion. Now the game's ambience is stunning, mechanics are solid, and it's constantly challenging us with limited inventory resources. Signalis even occasionally shifts from its primary isometric view to a first-person perspective, a transition that really worked for me during its puzzle-centric sections. Now, if the horror element concerns you, it's not terrifying, more just, tense. And the narrative, if I'm being honest, can get a little bit lost at times. It feels like it maybe gets a little too complex for its own good, but overall, I was generally impressed. It's 20% off then, matching the low price. Our first winner of the week then is Jonathan Stone, who shouted out the Loathing Games. Great picks, congrats on the win, Jonathan. Drop me an email for the code, and everyone else, there is a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is my pickup of the week then, meaning not a recommendation, rather maybe you'll want to join me for the ride, and this is a remaster of a classic, so it's a pretty safe bet, and I actually played and reviewed the demo on the channel, so you can check that out in the pinned comment. I had a blast with the mechanics as we take on the role of a recently deceased individual, and we must control the world around us as a spirit to get to the bottom of a mystery and how we did end up dead. Definitely a unique game, kind of a cult classic, but try the demo first, see if it's going to be for you. Always a great thing to do. It's about an hour of gameplay as well. And yeah, I think this is a great price then, 33% off a new low price. Just a few quick shoutouts then here, but all of the Persona games are on sale, from 5 to Strikers to the recent 3 and 4 ports that the Switch recently received. Incredible games, even the Fighter Arena is well worth your time, and I'll be linking all of my reviews down below. We have seen all of these discounts before, but they are well worth it, and they are available in all regions. Then a few Amazon deals stood out to me this week, so I wanted to highlight them. Resident Evil 6 gets a new low price with 60% off. That's a digital code that they will email to you instantly. And then physical-wise, Remnant from the Ashes matches the low price with 38% off, and Days of Doom gets a new low price with 33% off. I didn't even realize this one was getting a physical release, but I've ordered it myself as it came recommended from Asdin over on our website xpcorner.net. I'll link that written review down below. There's also then the Hori Split Pad Pro Tears of the Kingdom edition, that's getting 11% off, and the Split Pad is just a great way to play handheld. Now I've linked all of these Amazon deals in the pinned comment below, and yes, they are affiliate links, just an easy way to support the channel directly. Just click them, and if you do order something, we do get a small kickback, which is definitely appreciated. Samba De Amigo Party Central is a recent release, and it's 30% off a new low price. Now I reviewed it here on the channel, find that in the pinned comment below. Not a huge amount to add, honestly. It's a rhythm game with a few different controller options, and they're stuffing it then full of paid DLC and different song packs. I know Persona, for example, was one of them. The controls generally work well, the online competitive mode is designed to keep you coming back, and there's a few fun mini-games packed in here as well, though admittedly a few that do miss as well. It's going to be a fun one for all ages. The only warning here is controls aren't always accurate, so it may not be a great choice for those that are wanting to perfect things. You know, it's not Guitar Hero with that perfect accuracy thanks to button inputs. Sure, you could play it that way with a controller, but it definitely loses all of its magic. Rogue Legacy 2 then is a must-have for fans of the original, or for those who love roguelike games with continual upgrades and a fresh character every run. Gameplay is ever-changing, and as you do progress, you'll construct a kingdom to aid your quest. Now the combat, the platforming mechanics are top-notch, with boss battles standing out as a prime feature. The game's visuals then have undergone a beautiful hand-drawn transformation, making it look even more impressive than its predecessor. Despite being such a standout title, however, I feel it's somewhat being underappreciated. With the game now available at a 35% discount, this might be the perfect opportunity for many to dive in, and trust me, you won't be disappointed, and then it is a new low price. Our second winner of the week then is Island Boy, who loved that ending music, and you can thank Jeeb for that. He actually edited the video for me last week, and he's going to be editing this one as well. So Jeeb, drop a link to your channels on screen here for everyone to check out. Also then, Island, drop me an email for the code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Our final game then is Demon Slayer. The game revisits significant events from the first season, culminating in the train arc. Gameplay-wise, it merges arena combat with some very simple exploration elements. Now admittedly, the exploration feels somewhat simple, but it was still enjoyable to revisit familiar locations from the anime. Combat then, kind of typical of arena brawlers, leans more towards the simplistic than intricate mechanics, and yeah, this game delivers just over-the-top action for any skill level, which is always a blast. While it is available cheaper than on other platforms, I enjoyed having the portability, and we're starting to see a real discount here now as well. It's an all-time low price, 60% off. I think it is well worth it, and you can check out my review in the pinned comment where I kind of highlight all of the different details. I'm really hoping to see a sequel to this one day. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week? Let me know in the comments. With that, a shout out to the patrons and the channel members who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, news and lists daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.